Hey boys, it's HarmNone. Today I'm going to be going over how I like to make money in Grand Theft Auto Online, but the reason that I'm doing this is because I know a lot of you guys are wondering how you are going to save up for the new Courts Center heist that's coming out on July 14th. We're about 3 weeks away roughly from this DLC coming out, and I figured that I would show you guys what I like to do to make money in GTA Online. Now, I'm in a bit of a different situation than a lot of people. I have $2 million roughly, something like that. So I'm chilling, but that doesn't mean that I'm not going to help you guys to try to figure out some ways that you can make money in GTA Online. So in this video, I'm just going to go over live like what I like to do to make money in GTA Online. I was trying to think of a better way to do this video, and again, I couldn't, like the last few times that I've done one of these. So anyway, we're spawned here in my mansion. Now obviously I know not everybody's going to have a mansion, but if you do, you gotta make sure to take advantage of it where you can. So I'm gonna head up. First things first, this is what I do pretty much every day when I log into GTA Online. If I know at least that some of my businesses are not gonna be full on supplies, but this is like first order of business pretty much every single day, is to go up to the Master Control Terminal. Now you can get one of these in the arcade, you can get one in the mansion, you can get one in the Terabyte, you can get one in the arcade. So there's plenty of options for this, and it's a very useful thing to have. As you can see, I can see all my businesses, all the stock levels from one location, which is very cool. So I can see that my bunker needs some supplies here, so I'm going to log in here. I'm going to buy supplies. I recommend buying supplies because stealing supplies just takes way too long, and time is money, baby. So you know what you got to do, right? So I also noticed that all my MC businesses are completely full. So I'm going to hang on to those, and I'm going to sell those in one of our crew sessions. Now, I'm sure that if I go into the crew tab right now, I almost guarantee that I'm going to be able to find a bunch of crew members online. If you want to get involved in my crew, so that you can sell and get a 50% high demand bonus while being almost entirely safe as well, then definitely go to the Discord server linked in description and join up with the crew. And as you guys can see here, if I view the online members, I have quite a few people online, so I could join off any of these guys at any point. A lot of the time, the crew members will actually end up helping you guys out. So long as you pay it forward, right? You got to help other people with their sale missions, and then they'll help you with yours. So that's going to be a really good way to make money. Obviously, you're going to get a 50% high demand bonus, which that helps significantly. I mean, you're going to make 50% more money, which is just great. So the second thing I like to do in online, once I've supplied my businesses, made sure everything's all chilling there, is I like to go down to my CEO cargo warehouses and talk to my warehouse technicians. Now, I send these guys out probably second thing I do in GTA Online every day. Sometimes first thing. Sometimes I don't check my Master Control Terminal if I already know that, you know, it's all good, all my businesses are full and ready to sell, then this is the first thing I'm going to do. And I actually happen to know that quite a few of my CEO cargo warehouses are already full. And a lot of people don't believe me. For some reason, everyone thinks I'm lying when I say that the only way that I fill my CEO cargo warehouses is by passive sourcing, which is what I call doing this. It's speaking to the warehouse technician, and you source for $7,500. Now, when you do this, they will come back with between 1 to 3 regular CEO cargo crates. On average, it's about 1.7 crates. But then there's also a 1% chance every time you send each warehouse worker out that they come back with a special item, which is going to be worth $100,000 or more. Now, I'm pretty sure that the logistics depot here is also completely full, but if it's not, I'm going to, you know, supply it as well. If you guys want to know everything there is to know about CEO Cargo, I do have a brand new business guide that I just put out. I'll link that in the description along with all my other business guides that I have. I also have a No Way Out guide that I just did the other day, which is doing really well, so thanks to you guys for that. But that is also a really good way to make money this week, guys, and that's going to be going on for a few days after this video comes out. It's on double money for regular players and 4 times money for people with GTA Plus. I happen to know that the wholesale furniture warehouse is full and my Cypress warehouse is also full. So I'm going to skip both of those. I'm going to head directly over to the Walker & Sons warehouse. Once I've secured this last crate and sent this last warehouse technician out, I will typically go and collect my safes. So like the nightclub safe, the agency safe, salvage yard safe, and everything like that. Because I always like to keep on top of my safes. They're a really good way to make money without having to do much of really anything at all. So yeah, we're going to send this guy out. And as you guys can see, these warehouses are very, very full. Now, something I do want to show you guys, and keep in mind, this is like my worst CEO cargo warehouse, as you could see by the other ones. I mean, this one is by far the least full. This one has nothing on these shelves. But just to show you guys, this is the one that I will always end up skipping if I end up skipping one of them. But something to point out is that in this warehouse, I have 4 special items. Now, those are all passively sourced by the warehouse technicians. I do not do the special item like, you know, purchase missions where the CEO assistant calls you up and says, hey boss, we got a special item, like, do you want to go get it, whatever. These are all just simply special items that the warehouse technician has got me, and in here there's 4 of them. They're worth $555,000 for 4 items, guys. Now I'm actually going to go back to one of my other warehouses and just show you guys this as well, because I am a firm believer that CEO Cargo is one of, if not maybe the best businesses in this entire game, as long as you can somewhat consistently send the warehouse technicians out. Now, typically what I will advise people to do with the warehouse technicians is, as soon as you get onto the game, go and do your warehouse technicians, send them out. If you have GTA Plus, you can do it through the phone. You don't even need to go to the warehouses. But you know, if you don't have GTA Plus, you're going to have to go and physically, you know, do it yourself. But just to show you guys as well, in the Cyprus warehouse here, I have 10 special items in here worth $1,325,000, and the rest of my crates are worth almost $2 million, which is just, it's crazy. Like, this is such a good way to make money. And keep in mind, like I said earlier, with the crew sessions that I have and that my crew runs, you get 50% bonuses on these things for the high demand bonus. So you can make a ton of money with CEO Cargo. Typically when I sell 5 large warehouses, I make about $16 million, which is just insane. So definitely take advantage of that. Definitely take advantage of my crew if you guys aren't in it already. Join the Discord server and you can get in there and do all that good stuff. So yeah, take advantage of it. At least, I mean, I would advise you to. It's a really good way to make money, and you can also potentially make some pretty good friends in there as well who can help to make you more money, maybe run heists with them, stuff like that. Of course, this week we also have the casino heist on Double Money and Double RP, which is pretty cool, with guaranteed artwork as well, which is always good. So, you know, you take advantage of that too if you have one other person to play with at least. That's going to be a good way to make money for sure. Now here in my nightclub, I got $145,000 in the safe, and we have the Kick Out Troublemaker mission, which is good. That's the blue dot on the radar there in the bottom left corner of your screen. That is the best mission to increase your popularity and make sure that you're earning as much as possible from the nightclub safe every single day. So I'm going to go and kick this guy out of the nightclub for sure. If you get the VIP mission, not the end of the world. You just have to drive them home while staying under like 80 miles an hour, which is kind of annoying, but it's not really the end of the world. And just like that, that guy's kicked out, and we have full popularity, and that's another $10,000 for me as well, which is pretty sweet. So we definitely like to see that. Now I'm going to go back into the office, and I'm going to go through there. We're going to head over to my agency because I just remember seeing a text saying that I have $160,000 in there to pick up, and I know my arcade safe is actually full. It's been pestering me for the past couple days saying that it's full, and I have not bothered to go and collect it. So I'm going to go and do both of those things for sure. I should also probably collect the car wash safe, maybe on the way over there. So let's actually do that because the car wash is a lot closer. So typically once I've got all my wall safes handled, I've got all the money out of all of those, I will typically go and do my 2 tow truck missions and get some cars being salvaged in there. It's just a good way to make money. It's not, you know, a crazy amount or anything like that, but it's good. It's, you know, semi-passive. It's really not that hard to do those tow truck missions. So a lot of the time I'll do those just to earn a little bit more money. And let's go ahead and grab this money. There's another 100K in there. That's pretty good. We like to see that for sure. And now it's time. You know, I'm actually going to go to the arcade first because I know that the agency safe is not like full. So I'm not going to be losing money if I don't go and collect it right this instant. So we'll head over there after. But yeah, we're going to go to the arcade. Now another good way to make money obviously is going to be to sell MC businesses, bunker, acid lab, all that sort of stuff. Like I said at the start of the video, I make sure that stuff is full full at all times. And then whenever I get a chance to hop into a crew lobby, I will go into a crew lobby and I will do some sale missions because, you know, why not? Especially if I'm making 50% more money, that's definitely a pretty big advantage. Now, even if I have to sell solo in one of those crew lobbies, really not the end of the world. You can make a lot of money doing this, and like I said earlier, you can make some good friends and stuff like that as well. Now, if I was strapped for cash this week, I would absolutely be doing the No Way Out missions as often as possible. There's a 48-minute cooldown after you complete a run through of it, so that is definitely a little bit annoying. But still, I mean, $1,250,000 for 45 minutes of work is really not bad. That like pretty much beats out KO Perico in terms of just the money per hour aspect of it alone, but it's also a lot less stressful, in my opinion at least. Now, I know some of you guys are probably KO fiends and know that heist like the back of your hand, but that is, you know, definitely something that you could take advantage of. Now, another thing that I'm going to recommend that you guys always do is the stash house. The stash house spawns in every single day. It's super easy, and you're going to get free supplies for one of your businesses. Now, I happen to know that this is probably going to go to my document forgery office, which I'm not thrilled about, but hey, even if it's going there, I mean, at least it'll be full, and then I won't really have to, you know, worry about wasting a stash house on it anymore, right? So we'll go ahead and hop down in here. We'll just clear these people out. We got the safe code right there. We got 021287, and boom, let's run up to the safe. 02 and 87, just like that. Grab the paper and we head back outside. Just like that. It's free supplies for one of my businesses, at least. I don't know which one. I'm presuming document forgery, unfortunately, but that's you know, whatever, that's okay. So that's gonna be a, you know, just a little way to save some money, save yourself some time. Oh, it actually went to my acid lab. That's way better, actually. That's a really good business to supply. I would prefer to purchase supplies for the acid lab, but you know, if I'm not going to do that, then you know, I might as well get them for free, I guess. So we're gonna hop in the agency here. I'm gonna go ahead and collect my safe money here. Now, I have my agency security contracts maxed out, so I get the full amount. I get the full $20,000 every in-game day. Definitely something I recommend doing, because for the security contracts themselves, I was paid like, I don't know, probably $12 million to do them. And then that $20,000 every 48 minutes I spend in-game, I mean, it's paying me for sure. Right now I'm getting paid $160,000. A few days ago I collected this for $250,000. Now obviously that's going to scale with how much time you spend in GTA Online, and the more you spend in game, the more money you're going to really make from that. So that is, you know, something to consider for sure. Another thing that you could end up doing if you wanted to is AFKing if you have the wall safes, especially if you have like the nightclub and the agency wall safe. You can AFK overnight by using a controller, or if you're on keyboard, you can put, you know, some sort of weight on one of your keys and just get your character to walk in circles, and that should work a lot of the time, and you'll be able to, you know, log in the next day or whatever, get on your computer or Xbox, PS, whatever it is, and collect that money. So that's, you know, that's always a good way to make some money without having to, you know, actually make some money. So let's go ahead and hop in the salvage yard here real quick. I'm going to do a tow truck mission just to show you guys what I like to do, because I figured that it's probably worth doing. So yeah, this thing I've been neglecting a little bit, to be honest. I haven't been in here in a little while. I've been kind of chilling with my money. I haven't really felt the need to do the tow truck, but this is typically what I would do if I was really trying to make money. This is what I was doing prior to having like $200 million. So this one's not that far away. This is only 1.5 miles. That's pretty good. We'll hit this. If you guys didn't know, with the salvage yard, if you have it, basically if you do one tow truck mission per in-game day, once you're at the threshold where you're making $24,000 a day from your safe, that'll just be your maintenance for that, and that'll just continue on basically forever. Just keep doing one tow truck mission a day. You could do 2 a day, and then that'll get you like kind of a day ahead, so you don't have to do one literally every day. You can do one every second day or whatever, and still make the 24,000, like the maximum amount of money in the salvage yard wall safe. So that is something to consider if you have a salvage yard. Not that all of you guys will. I know some of you guys definitely don't have a salvage yard, but if you do have one, that's what I would recommend doing to you know, try to make the most out of it for sure. Now, yeah, as far as those of you that don't have, like, let's say you don't have all the businesses that I've, shown in this video. If you don't have the CEO cargo warehouses, if you don't have a salvage yard, if you don't have a bunker, if you don't have the MC businesses, whatever, I would definitely this week in particular, or even if you're watching this like well in the future when the no way out missions are not on double money and double RP, I would recommend taking advantage of those. They pay like 650k for roughly 45 minutes of work. Like I said, the cooldown is 48 minutes, which kind of does suck. However, the other thing that you could do in that downtime is actually do the Cluck and Bell farm raid. It takes roughly 45 minutes as well, and it'll pay you about 500, maybe 550k, 600k, somewhere in there, depending on the elite challenge and everything like that. So you can kind of cycle those two back and forth, and that'll effectively reduce the feeling of the cooldown, especially on the no way out missions, which are going to be the better paying of the two generally, especially obviously this week when they're on double money and RP. So, take advantage of that for sure. That's going to be a really good way to make money, especially if you're a lower level, if you don't have any businesses set up and stuff like that. That can be a good way to make money to buy some of the businesses that I've talked about in this video, for example. I personally, if I was a really low level and I was like kind of just starting out in GTA Online, I was, I didn't have any businesses, I would definitely take advantage of getting the Acid Lab by doing the first dose missions. They are really, really easy to do. And the Acid Lab is one of the best businesses in the game in terms of like money per hour, and the time investment, as well as the actual like monetary investment as well. The Acid Lab will cost you $750,000, but the first dose missions are going to pay you about $750,000, and then you're going to need to do 10 Fooligan jobs for Dax to unlock the equipment upgrade for the Acid Lab. Now, those are annoying. Those take about, 5 to 10 minutes a piece, but then there's a 48-minute cooldown in between them, which that is the annoying part. So I would just recommend grinding one of those out every day that you're in online for like 10 days and just kind of get them done. And then you can get the equipment upgrade. And the Acid Lab will make you $350,000 worth of product in about 3 to 4 hours, depending on if you've hit the production boost or not. And obviously you can only do that once per real life day with the Acid Lab, but just, you got to take advantage of it where you can. Now, another thing to consider, kind of switching gears to the opposite end of things here, but if you have a mansion, there's also the mansion production boost that you can activate every single day for a different business. Now, you can't do the same business, back-to-back days, but you could stagger it. So you could do Acid Lab one day, Bunker second day, Acid Lab third day, Bunker fourth day. I'll show you guys what I mean here. We're going to go inside my mansion. I'll just show you what I'm talking about for those of you that are confused. But the mansion production boost will boost your production by 300%. So it's going to make product 3 times as fast as it normally would, meaning that the Acid Lab will produce product in about an hour, just over an hour. It'll go from 0 to full, so long as it has supplies, which is going to be the thing you're going to have to maintain with it. But if I go up to one of the terminals in the mansion here, you can do the business production boost. And so I could hit it on Acid, for example, here, and then that is going to boost it for 24 hours. That is like a full real life day. And then so tomorrow when I get into online, it'll run out and I'll have to do it to a different business. Like I said, the bunker or, one of the MC businesses, whatever I choose. But this is going to be like a really, really good way to make money. Now, I'm going to request my Acid Lab just to show you guys like how fast this actually makes the product. It's pretty insane. So we'll just pull up on my Acid Lab right here and I'll show you guys real quick. So inside the Acid Lab, as you guys can see, I'm almost at full product. So we probably won't end up actually seeing the product like move very much while we're in here, but just know that it's going to be moving fast. And so you can also do the production boost here as well, right? This is going to boost the production speed even further, and this is going to actually make it produce in like quite literally like 1 hour, 0 to full product, again, as long as you have supplies. So really, really good business. Definitely one to take advantage of. If you don't have an Acid Lab yet, you're lacking. You got to go ahead and do those first dose missions and just get one of of these. It's also the second most armored vehicle in the game, so it's really useful to have in terms of like PvP and everything like that as well. So just keep that in mind. But that is kind of, you know, how I make money every day in GTA Online, guys. I mean, I can't really think of like what else I would do. I mean, I would do the HSW time trial every week. So, you know, that's something I would like to take advantage of as often as I possibly can. I do those every single week, do the stash house every single day, all that stuff. Again, yeah, like if you're a lower level player, definitely do the no way missions, definitely do the Cluckenbell farm raid as a good secondary option. Try to stack up some money, and you can either keep that money and just leave it alone, or you could reinvest that into other businesses as well to try to snowball your money a little bit before the Courts Center heist releases on July 14th, because that is basically the thing, is like, you know, you're gonna want to have a certain amount of money by the time that DLC actually comes out, and you know, you're gonna have to just take advantage of what you can do until then. But yeah, guys, so I mean, biggest takeaways from the video, I'd say get in my crew if you guys are interested in getting those high demand bonus lobbies. We have two crews. We have a console crew and we have a PC crew, so there should be room for you guys. We do clear the crew out every month, multiple times, probably every 2 weeks, I would actually say, where we just kick everyone from the crew, and then that ensures that there's always going to be slots available. So if you get kicked, don't worry, it's nothing personal, it's not an attack on you or anything. You didn't necessarily do anything wrong. Just rejoin whenever you want to make that money again, and you should have a slot, because we usually try to keep the crews fairly empty. So anyway, guys, you can join my Discord server for that. If you're an established player, if you have CEO cargo at your disposal, definitely passive source with the warehouse technicians as often as you can, and try to get a sale in one of our high demand bonus lobbies with the crew before July 14th. I actually think that if you just passive source with your warehouse technicians 3 times a day, maybe 4 times a day total, you will definitely have your warehouses full by that July 14th date and be able to sell and make at least $16 million just off of your CEO cargo warehouses. And that's not including, you know, if you sell your bunker, if you sell your MC businesses in one of those crew lobbies as well, your hangar cargo, anything like that, you can sell it all and make 50% more money. So seriously, guys, huge advantage. I know I'm droning on about it. I know it probably sounds like I'm, I don't know, making money off of promoting my crew. I'm really not. I mean, the big advantage that I get is that you join my Discord server. But even then, I don't make money off that or anything. I'm just trying to help. So I hope that many of you will take advantage of that. But yeah, if you're an established player, just grind your businesses, try to sell them in the high demand bonus session, whether that's public or whether that's one of our crew sessions. If you're a lower level player, grind the no way out missions and the Cluckenbell farm raid as well. Try to get an acid lab as well. That goes for literally anyone. Everyone should have an acid lab at this point in the game. You could do agency security contracts to try to make some money that way, and then also increase your daily safe income there, so you're always making some passive money while you're in game too. Take advantage of your nightclub safe, everything like that. Make sure to sell your nightclub basement as soon as South American imports and as soon as pharmaceutical research are full in there. There's no point in waiting any longer. I do have business guides on literally all the stuff that I've talked about. If you guys are interested, they are linked in the description down below, so check those out. But anyway, guys, that's how I make money in GTA Online. That's how I would make $30 million before July 14th, before the new DLC comes out. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you at least got some sort of useful information throughout this video. If you did, consider dropping a like and subscribing if you guys are new. With that being said, I will see you all in the next video. Until then, take care. Peace.